Hello ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to Friday Night Magic. Today I'm going to be playing the Avakin's Glory deck. This is a white weenie deck. It's all about overwhelming your opponent nice and early with a ton of creatures. And this opening hand is actually pretty okay, so we're going to keep this here. And if I sound a little bit off today, I apologize, and it's probably because I am. I've been sick for the past 3 days now. Actually, as soon as I got back from San Francisco, I just came down with a terrible fever, and that's been making it tough to do much of anything, to be honest with you. And yeah, so there you go. Alright, let's take a look here. So we're starting off now by placing down our Champion of the Parish. It's a 1/1. Whenever another human enters the battlefield under your control, I get to put a +1/+1 counter on a Champion of the Parish. So he gets bigger and bigger as time progresses. And I think these count as human tokens. Yeah, so I think he might get 2 counters next turn, which will turn him into a 3/3. I'm pretty sure that's what's going to happen. Alright, so he's swinging for 1 here with a Doom Traveler. We're going to let that go through. This is a 1/1, and when it dies, he gets to put a 1/1 flying token onto the battlefield. Ooh. Yeah, we're going to throw that down. Please don't respond. Okay, so I put this down. It's going to stop him from casting anything during my turn. During your turn, your opponents can't cast spells or activate abilities of artifacts, creatures, or enchantments. So that's going to make it so that he can't respond to attacks by exiling my creatures or anything crazy like that. He would have to do it during his turn. Now, I could have, again, put down the Gather of the Townsfolk, but I'm concerned about him having something like a Path to Exile and doing it during my turn, so I wanted to get that in play quick fast here, the Grand Abolisher. And I do believe I'm playing against the same deck. I'm pretty sure my opponent is also playing as Avakin's Glory. That's why, again, I assumed he might have something like this. Alright, he's going to throw down a 2/1 first strike. Non-creature spells cost 1 more to cast. Ooh. Well, I've got a bunch of options here. I could put down the Honor to the Pure, which pumps up all my creatures +1. If I throw down this, he's gonna become a 4/4. I guess I was just worried about him double blocking. So if I were to play 1 human creature like the Mentor of the Meek, I'd be worried about him double blocking. Also, this does cost 3. I could get rid of that, but it's going to cost me 2 to do so. Let's go ahead and throw this down. We're going to get 2 1/1 human tokens in play, and he's going to get +2/+2 as a result, and then we can swing for 4. And then next turn, I can play an Honor of the Pure, which is going to pop up all my creatures +1/+1. And I'm going to be able to swing for some pretty hefty damage. The Mentor of the Meek is really nice. It's a 2/2, and whenever a creature with power 2 or less enters the battlefield under my control, I can pay 1 to draw a card. Great way to get some card advantage. He's going to play a Field Hunter, and in doing so, he exiles a creature. He's going to choose to exile my Champion of the Parish. And then he will swing me for 3, which we will let go through. Just trying to think of what to do here. Oh, that's funny. I drew another Champion of the Parish. Well then. This turn, I'm actually going to do this. We're going to Champion of the Parish and then Mentor of the Meek. And then next turn, Honor of the Pure plus Path to Exile, one of his creatures, should put me in a really good position. We're going to skip attacking this turn. And I'm probably just going to Path to Exile his Field Hunter, which will get my creature back in play under my control. And I think that can trigger the Mentor of the Meek as well. He's going to Path to Exile my Mentor. Okay. So it exiles a creature, and a creature's controller gets to put a basic land into play, which is why you just saw me do the basic land. So my Mentor of the Meek is no longer in existence. But that is okay. We will skip blocking. Because I still think that I have got this game. He's gonna play 2/1 Vigilance. Alright, let's see here. We are first going to drop Honor. Let's actually Path to Exile his Field Hunter. So we're gonna get rid of his creature, which will return my creature into play under my control. That's gonna trigger him. And then I can play an Honor to the Pure, which is going to pump up all of my creatures. Now I can swing for a bunch. So, now he might just go for a trade, or he could block the most damage, which would be 4. He's gonna let it all go through. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. I wonder if he has like mass removal. I don't know if this deck has mass removal. It's got something that puts all creatures on the bottom of owner's library or something like that, but... Two, 4, 5. He could do me 5 damage. I'm a little confused here, to be honest with you. I mean, he obviously has something planned. Alright, well, I'm just gonna let the 2 go through. I've got my Fiend Hunter. Did I call it a Field Hunter before? Probably. That might be the Feverish speaking. Alright, so we're gonna play our Fiend Hunter. And with it, we will exile probably that guy. Get rid of his first strike. And that is going to trigger both of these guys, turn into a 5/5 and a 3/3. And that should be the game. 3, 4, 5. Yeah, 7's going to go through. You can block a 5 and a 3. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. At least 7 goes through, so that's the win. All right, rock on. Look at that, even with a fever. Wrecking fools. There's the 7 damage, and there's the win. As soon as he finishes watching damage effects, let's go on to another game. Okay, our next game here is against Zlonk. I wonder what deck Zlonk is playing. I don't know. Opening hand, man, these have been some pretty decent hands. I don't actually, you know what, I don't know about this one. I've got 2 5-drops, which really isn't that great for me. We're actually gonna draw a new hand here. That's good. Let's keep that. All right, this is a really good hand. Start off turn 1 with the Soul Warden, the 1/1 human cleric. Whenever a creature enters the battlefield, I gain 1 life. And then beyond that, we also have a Selfless Cathar, a Thraben Doomsayer, and a Gather the Townsfolk. Oh wow, I drew into... This was in my opening hand too. Huh. This card is so crazy, holy heck. Okay, turn 2, let's go with... Turn 2. I guess we'll go with the Gather the Townsfolk, huh? Get ourselves 2 tokens in play. And that's going to trigger 2 life gains. And then we can attack with the Soul Warden for 1. So yeah, not a lot of heavy casting cost cards in this deck. It's pretty much all 1 and 2 drops with a few 3 drops, and then I've got like I've just got a couple of 5 drops here. This is a really crazy card. Increasing Devotion, 5 white human tokens on the battlefield. If increasing Devotion was cast from your graveyard, put 10 of them into play instead. And you cast it from your graveyard by paying the flashback cast there. And we're going to play our Doomsayer here. It's a 2/2 that I can tap to put a token into play. Plus, if I have 5 or less life, all my creatures get +2/+2. Or other creatures, so ones besides the Doomsayer. And I believe I'm playing against the... it's the Mana Accelerant deck with all those crazy huge-ass creatures. So we'll see if we can kill him before that. Before he gets any of those in play. It's going to be the hope anyways. We're off to a good start here. I'm going to be hitting him for 5 next turn. Unless he plays any blocker. He's going to be getting hit for 5, which will bring him down to 11. Ooh. We got 2 creatures to play down this turn. The Grand Abolisher plus the Cathar. I think we might have the game. We'll have to see what he plays next turn. If he doesn't play anything spectacular, he's going to be in some trouble. I'll wait till after my combat phase to attack. I'll wait till after my... You see what I'm talking about, guys? I told you. Video might be a little weird today. I'm not all there, that's for sure. So we'll see what he plays this turn. He is going to be dead unless he plays something. I don't know. I think he's dead. Because I'm going to be able to go for 3, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. I'm going to be able to hit for 12 this turn by sacrificing this to pump up all my creatures. So what is this? The next creature card you cast this turn can be cast as though it had flash. That spell can't be countered. That creature enters the battlefield with an additional 1/1 counter on it. So he's going to get 1 creature in play. He's playing this. It's indestructible. Okay, that's not enough to fully save him, though. It saves him the turn. Gotta throw that down. He could play mass removal next turn, I think. 4, 5, 6. Yeah, 7 is his Eldrazi mass removal thing. So he might have that. I don't know, though, to be honest with you. I don't know. I am just going to attack for 3. Actually, don't really care if he kills my Soul Warden, which is what he'll do here. Just want to get a little bit of damage through. Alright, well, let's see what he plays this turn. That wasn't enough. I win. I win. He blocks 2. Yeah, more than enough goes through. He can't play spells during my turn. I'm not going to attack with him. Yeah. That's the win. Alright, well, awesome. That's exactly what I needed to do. I need to stop him from getting... And he's actually not playing the Eldrazi deck. He's just playing the mono green deck. I thought he was, but I was wrong. Okay, our next game here is against Jadugar. And look at this opening hand. Holy heck. I'm really liking it. Alright, we're gonna keep this. And we'll start off with the Champion of the Parish. Now I could start off with a Soul Warden so that I'd gain a life, but I'd rather start off with the Champion so the Champion can get pumped up next turn when I do play the Soul Warden. And I'm playing against the Zombie deck. Probably gonna exile that thing, I think. And it doesn't go in his graveyard when I do that. Now this will give him an extra land, but I'd also like to be able to attack this turn, so. So we exile him, he gets a land, I swing for 2. And hopefully next turn I draw into a creature. I have plenty of them. And we'll pump up my Champion of the Parish even further. We'll see though. Number one, I wonder what he's got going on here, because he definitely has creature removal. So he might drop something on my Parish here. He's gonna play the 3/2 zombie, comes into play. I lose 2 life, it's got Undying as well. But I also gain a life for my Soul Warden, so it offsets that a little bit. And there's a creature I can't play till turn 5 though, the Baneslayer Angel. So for now, we just attack for 3. And then say go. Wait, that should be untapped. There we go. That was weird for a second. Alright. Pumps up zombies. He can return a zombie from his graveyard to his hand. So that's gonna make him a 4/3. He swings for 4, which I will let go through. He's not sure, actually. You might want to save it for a blocker. Well, make up your mind, man. I don't got all day here. You don't either. You've got a timer. There you go. So you do swing for 4. And, ooh, Mentor of the Meek. Nice. I'm going to drop down the Mentor. Gaining a life. Pumping up our Champion of the Parish. The Soul Wardens actually might be the thing that saves me this game. And we will attack with the Champion, which he will let go through, which brings him down to 12. Love the Mentor of the Meek. As long as I play a low casting, as long as I draw a low casting cost creature coming up, I'm going to be able to draw a card after playing it. He's not sure. He still doesn't know if he wants to attack or if he should save it for a blocker. His smartest move for him would be to save to block, and then try to, and then just try to get advantage later on by playing, but just buy himself time to draw into stuff. Basically, is what he really wants to do. Baneslayer Angel. Baneslayer Angel. That card alone right here might win me the game. Flying First Strike, lifelink, protection from demons and dragons. The protection from demons and dragons thing is whatever. It's the Flying First Strike, lifelink that makes it a beast. And unless he can deal with that, he's going to be losing a bunch of life, and I'm going to be gaining a ton of life. So and actually, I could do this. I'd be able to attack for 5. Yeah, I don't know though if I want to attack with him, because he would just go for a trade-off. So let me try. I'm gonna just try swinging with this. I'm guessing he's got removal for it. He must. No? Jeez, I'm gonna kill him just with that. Holy heck. Alright, let's throw down and gather the townsfolk. So he's down to 7, I'm at 25, 26, and the Mentor of the Meek is also triggered. So we're gonna pay 1 to draw a card, and we will pay 1 again to draw a card. Ooh, nice. And then next turn we can Honor of the Pure, and we will be able to win. Oh, he left the game. Go figure. Well, it was a win. Most certainly, so. Restoration Angel's really good. Alright, so we'll throw down an Honor of the Pure. We'll throw down a Grand Abolisher so he can't play anything this turn. And then we attack with everything for the win. Just like that. Boom shakalaka. This deck is doing quite well for me here. Quite well indeed. Okay, let's go ahead and get one final game here. This one against JBeeve 2002. I love when people have like years in their name. I think that's so cool. All right, let's let's draw a new hand. This one's not that good. Actually, not positive about this hand either, but we're gonna keep it anyways. All right. So I've got myself 2 Doom Travelers, as well as an Angelic Overseer and a Baneslayer Angel. And I'm playing against the same deck. However, he opens up with a Champion of the Parish, so why don't I respond with a Soul Warden? I'm kind of screwed here, actually. Him having this is terrible for me. Oh man, he's gonna swing for 3. Now, luckily enough, I did throw down the Soul Warden to start, so it's gonna help offset some of all the damage that he'll be doing, but I still think his damage is going to far surpass my life gain, so this is going to be a tough situation. Now, the good thing is I will have some chump blockers in the Doom Travelers. And, oh, good day, Fiend Hunter. Fiend Hunter, Fiend Hunter. That is perfect. That is absolutely perfect. So the Fiend Hunter will exile his creature, which means that even if he gets it back, it will lose all the tokens it had gained up until that point. And I can drop the Fiend Hunter next turn, so that's good. Perfect, okay. Well, at least I have a response to his business there. Now all I need to do is draw 2 more lands and I can play both of these crazy creatures, and he's going to Oblivion Ring my Soul Warden. So now that life gain stuff that I had going on is no longer happening. And I don't think there's anything I can do about that. I don't have any enchantment removal. But again, Fiend Hunter, Fiend Hunter, Fiend Hunter. Let's exile his creature. And then I'll attack with these guys. If he chooses to block, it's fine, because my Doom Travelers just get replaced with 1/1 flying spirit tokens, so. Just gonna drop this guy down for, I actually don't have this thing in the deck. What does it do? Whenever another creature enters the battlefield under your control, creature you control get +1/+1 until end of turn. That's pretty good. I'm not playing with it. And I've got 4 lands now, so we're getting really close to being able to get these guys in play. Let's play our other Fiend Hunter though and get rid of his creature pumper. Love it. And then we attack for 3. He's gonna let it all go through. Brings him down to 15. So this guy right here, it's a 5/3 flying. If I have a human in play, it has hexproof and indestructible. And this guy right here, 5/5 flying, first strike, protection from demons and dragons. Oh yeah, lifelink. So good. What? Another Fiend Hunter? Are you kidding me? That's hilarious. I'm gonna hold on to this one though. Really no reason for me to play it right now, just to get rid of one of his tokens. What's this guy saying here? Good luck. Okay. He's gonna path to exile one of my Fiend Hunters. And then I'll play my Fiend Hunter again. And in doing so, he gives me an extra land. Which is gonna let me play my stuff next turn. Let me see, should I Fiend Hunter now? Yeah, because next turn I'm going to be playing one of these two. So we're gonna Fiend Hunter now and just get rid of this thing right away. There we go. This is the last card in his hand. It's a Gold Knight Commander. He is now empty. And I think I will play the Overseer first, because it will have hexproof and indestructible, which means he won't be able to target it with anything. And then next turn I can play the Baneslayer Angel. Oh, you know what? He can kill the Fiend Hunters. He could kill the Fiend Hunter, so I don't want to attack with those. I will attack with these, though. Because again, if they die, they just come back, so... Alright, so he's gonna let one go through. He'll kill one of them. And that comes back as a 1/1 flyer. I've got my... So unless he does mass removal right now, unless he draws into mass removal, he's not gonna be able to target this. Now, the white deck does have, I think, just one card that puts all creatures on the bottom of the owner's library. The question is, does he draw into that? So I attack for 7. He blocks the 1/1. 6 goes through. He comes back as a 1/1 flyer. And there's actually no reason for me to play the Baneslayer Angel. So I'm not going to. Just in case, if for some reason he does draw into that mass removal, I'll have something else to play. Looks like he didn't though. But yeah, there's really no, there would be no reason to play it, so I shouldn't. That's basically what it comes down to. And then we attack for 7 in the air, which he has got no response to. So it looks like I did not need any luck, sir. Alright guys, that is going to do it here for this episode of Friday Night Magic. Let's wrap things up by taking a look at the Avakin's Glory deck. A fever-induced episode of Friday Night Magic. Hopefully it was still entertaining for you guys. Alright, so let's take a look at my deck. I've got... This card is really crazy. I can't believe it. It would have been nice if I drew into one of these. It's 1 plus X. And then whatever the X is, it comes into play with X 1/1 counters on it. You can tap it to add a 1/1 counter on it. And then at any point, after Summoning Sickness, you can tap it to put a 1/1 counter, to remove a 1/1 counter from this creature and put a 1/1 counter on each other creature you control. It's rather crazy. A couple of the Champion of the Parishes here that gets pumped up every time another human enters the battlefield under my control. There are the Doomed Travelers, Selfless Cathar, Soul Wardens for the life gain, Path to Exile for creature removal, a way to prevent some direct damage in the Hollow. Thalia, Garden of Thraben, it's obviously a human soldier, which is nice, but has first strike, plus makes it so the non-creature spells cost 1 more to cast. Elite Inquisitor, pretty cool, first strike, vigilance, protection from vampires, werewolves, and zombies. The zombies one is the one that's particularly useful. Grand Abolisher stops opponents from casting spells during your turn. They also can't activate abilities of artifacts, creatures, and enchantments. Honor of the Pure to pump up my creatures. Gather the Townsfolk, you get a few tokens in play. Mentor of the Meek to draw cards. Doomsayer, pretty good. Fiend Hunter for removal. Oblivion Ring for removal. Restoration Angel, this is really good protection creature. It's a 3/4 flying angel that has flash, which means you can play it as an instant. And when it comes into play, you exile a creature you control and then put that card back into the battlefield. So basically, if someone's trying to kill one of your creatures, you can throw down a Restoration Angel, it exiles it, and then puts it right back into play, which makes any spell that would be targeting it fizzle. The Angelic Overseer, OP, and then the Baneslayer Angel and a Geist Honored Monk, which has power and toughness equal to the number of creatures that you control. Alright guys, that is that. Thank you so much for watching this episode of Friday Night Magic. I realized we didn't do any of the sealed play. This was just pre-constructed. I'll plan to continue to do that in the future, maybe once I feel like I'm not dying. Thanks so much for watching. If you like the content, please subscribe, keep watching, and keep owning.